To play a video game that your voice is on?
That's actually really fun because my son and all his friends, my son brags to all his friends that his father's on a video game, and that's great. Yeah, I actually get a kick out of that. It's great to watch a character on a screen that your voice is portraying. It's cool. It's definitely great. I love that. It's bragging rights for my son.
Independent filmmaking is becoming increasingly popular. How is it different from making a lower budget film compared to a big Hollywood production?
It's not, I mean, it's sort of the same work. When the camera rolls, even the camera right now, no matter what it is, people looking at you, and whether it's be an independent film or a $50 million movie, you want to do, of course, your best work. And when the camera's rolling, it don't matter how much the movie cost. But when you're working on a higher budget film, there's more perks. You have a big trailer, you get to eat better food. It's a bigger budget. People are running for you to do everything. When you're on an independent film, it's a little more intense. You have less time. You have to be prepared more because you have to shoot and shoot and shoot and get everything done. But you're running out of money. The film's rolling and you're running out of money most times on independent film. So you need to definitely, it's a different feeling, of course. It's stressful no matter what, but it's probably a little less stressful on a studio film because, like I said, you're sitting in your trailer, you know, they're calling you. When you're on an independent film, you could be sitting anywhere and getting ready to go. It depends on the budget of the independent film, but I think independent films are great, and I think that sometimes the studio movies get too carried away with who wants a bigger trailer, who has to eat filet mignon, who has to bring Versace suits to the set. I think it's kind of ridiculous sometimes, but I mean, that's what it's become. It's like, come on, I mean, how much money can you get now? Like, I mean, it's like, who wants, 6 gold M&Ms in their bun? It's ridiculous, but okay, we'll move on.
You were cast on one of the biggest television shows on TV, The Sopranos, playing Jason Molinaro. What was it like working on the show?
Well, that was an amazing thing to work on The Sopranos. It's just, being an actor that's been in a bunch of mob movies, I actually got to at least quiet down a bunch of people who were always asking me when The Sopranos first started, how come you're on The Sopranos? Everyone asked me wherever I went. You should be on The Sopranos. Why aren't you on The Sopranos? When are you going to be on The Sopranos? All right, hopefully I'll get on The Sopranos. And finally it happened. And it was great to work on that show with great people. Previously, before I was on the show, it just never worked out. I was working on another film at one time. I never got to go to one of my callbacks. I was doing Analyze That at one point when they had called me, and hopefully, I think I was going to possibly get on a season before. But it was great to work with such great people on a great, great show. With, even though I didn't have a huge part, to be a part of The Sopranos, which is one of the most watched television shows of ever, which changed cable TV forever, and HBO. It was amazing to be a part of that. Something I'll always remember and treasure, and hopefully something like that will happen again.
What did you think of the ending of the season finale of The Sopranos?
I thought the ending was very good because it ended like how the show should have been. Not everything ties together in life. People don't always have closure. When you break up in relationships, sometimes you don't get closure. You don't always get closure, and the show ended sort of without closure. And I mean, you could end it in any way. I mean, you could have killed Tony Soprano. You could have put him in jail. And that's a typical ending that everybody, I guess, expected. I don't know if they actually wanted. So it keeps you thinking, and that's pretty much, it got everyone talking about it, and I thought he did a great job with that ending. Got people talking, like I said, and it was not typical, it was different, and I think it worked.
What are some of the projects you're currently working on?
There's one or two I can't talk about right now because they're not inked yet. They're close to being inked, but I will say that I'm doing a boxing film now called Lefty, which I wrote, and we're going to film that very shortly. I just did a pilot called From Geek to Guido, and I played one of the main characters in it. It looks really good, so I think it's going to get picked up. I hope it gets picked up. There's another movie that There's 2 or 3 other films we're talking about. One is called Chasing the Boss that supposed to play one of the leads in, and Danny Provenzano is doing a movie called, oh God, I'm sorry, what's the avenue? Fountain Avenue. He's doing a movie called Fountain Avenue, and he wants me to play one of the roles in that film. And then there's something else I have that's a pretty big project. It's called Unmade Man, and until it's all finished, it's very close, then I'll get more into that. But right now, the next move is this boxing movie, and there's 2 or 3 other things that are on my plate right now that I'm looking at. And like I said, that Geek to Guido, I just finished filming actually like 2 weeks ago.
You've accomplished a lot in your career so far. What advice do you have for aspiring actors and filmmakers?
For filmmakers, I think that just get something on tape, just do something, shoot something, no matter what the budget is. Go ahead, just get something for people to see your work. You can do movies really cheap these days, even if it's a 15-minute short, or just something to show people. Showcase yourself, get it out there. I mean, even if it's done for hardly any money, at least you get it done. You can get it done. And as far as actors, I mean, find a way to separate yourself from every other actor that's walking in that door, meeting a casting director, going in for an audition. And I feel if you really believe in something and believe in yourself, if you really feel it's going to happen, I think it can happen. I mean, I see myself like sort of, I tasted it. I think you really got to taste it. Some people are scared of success. I think you have to really go for it with all your heart and pray a lot, and hopefully luck will be with you, because there's no answer to this business. I mean, sometimes you're in the right place at the right time. I mean, motivation is big, but you have to be motivated and get up every day and don't get discouraged. You can't get discouraged. You gotta, if one audition is bad, you gotta go to the next one. Take on anything. I mean, if you're not working, you have to find stuff to do, even if it's a small movie, even if you don't like the script, just do it. Unless you have a lot of choices, you have to get out there. You can't lose it. You have to get into the city, go to LA, make it happen, be there.
Is there anyone out there, actor, actress, or director, that you'd really like to work with?
There's definitely a lot of people. I would say I would love to. I've never been in a Martin Scorsese film. That would be like, wow, that would be great. Clint Eastwood. I'd love to be in a Clint Eastwood movie. I would love to work with Al Pacino. That would be like great. I love Johnny Depp. To work with one of them would be amazing. But definitely, I mean, I've never been in a Scorsese film. I love Clint Eastwood. Like I said, I love his work. Wouldn't mind being beside Sean Penn in a movie either. I mean, those are people I really admire. I mean, there's so many. The list could go on endlessly, but those are people right now I mean, definitely, if they want to cast me, I'm available.
Right. Where can your fans find out about you and your upcoming projects and events?
Well, of course, I'm listed on IMDb, but I have a site called, it's www.williamdemeo.com. My company is prestigenyc.com. You can find out information through my company, which is a production company / management division. My partner Paula runs the management division. She's doing a great job. And, stuff's always posted on the websites and stuff like that.
Thank you, Will, for this interview, and continued success in your career.
Thank you. Thank you, Gary.